But next, the mother of Gary McKinnon has called on MPs to vote tonight for a change in Britain's extradition laws. A House of Commons debate will examine whether the treaty on fast-tracking suspects to America needs reform. Mr McKinnon claims he was searching for evidence of UFOs when he hacked into US military computers from the bedroom of his flat in Wood Green. American authorities want him to stand trial in America. If he's convicted, he could be jailed for up to 60 years. This report from Nick Thatcher.
Gary McKinnon stands accused of hacking into sensitive NASA and Pentagon computers, but claims he was only ever looking for evidence of UFOs. For 6 years, he's fought extradition to the States, where he faces a lengthy jail term. His family argue he should face justice back here, and the extradition treaty between the two countries unfairly discriminates against UK citizens. Many MPs agree, and tonight they're debating the issue in the Commons.
Well, look, we've seen far too many of our citizens subjected to rough justice under our rather blunt extradition laws. Extradition's vital for law enforcement, but we need a dose of common sense, a bit more discretion, some basic safeguards for our citizens. And that is what the vote in the House of Commons later today and this debate is about.
Gary's lengthy fight to avoid extradition began in October 2002, when the District Court of New Jersey in the US issued a warrant for his arrest. But it wasn't until June 2005 that he was finally arrested at his North London home. In April 2007, he lost his first appeal against extradition. The computer expert was later diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome in August 2008, following an appearance on London Tonight. In October 2009, the High Court refused permission for a Supreme Court appeal. But in September 2010, the Home Secretary announced a review of extradition arrangements, and she's now considering its findings. Gary's mother, Janis, says the ordeal has taken its toll on her son's health, and she's urging MPs from all parties to support a change in the rules.
This will be Gary's 10th Christmas since his arrest. He's suffering from severe depression. He's suicidal. The whole thing has ruined his life. Gary's a musician. He hasn't touched an instrument since then because he can't deal with what it would bring up. He sits in the dark, and it's basically totally destroyed his life.
But the US authorities are adamant the treaty is fair and balanced, promotes justice, and doesn't need to be changed. The vote tonight will test whether MPs agree.
Next, this debate on the extradition treaty starts in a few minutes' time, but whatever they decide, it's not binding on the government, is it?
Well, Ben, Janis, Gary's mother, has issued a rallying cry to MPs behind me tonight. Don't let us down, we're counting on you, she says. But as you suggest there, even if they do vote in Gary's favour, it doesn't mean that it will change the law, although it could put pressure on David Cameron to try to find a way to intervene in this case. And the government seems relaxed about this vote in that it's given its coalition MPs just the one-line whip, effectively saying that they can vote to back these calls for change should they choose to, even though government ministers won't be allowed to do so. Well, as we saw in that report, it's been a lengthy court battle, and the case of Gary McKinnon is now being considered by the Home Secretary, Theresa May. It's thought at this stage she might only be able to intervene in the case to block his extradition if it's deemed to be in breach of his human rights. And all the Number 10 spokesperson would say on that this afternoon is that she's considering the legal evidence and she will make a decision as soon as she's able. The debate here at Westminster is due to begin in the next half hour.
Nick Thatcher, thank you.